The shocking medieval trial of the Pope who tried a corpse. In the year 897 AD, the Catholic Church held one of the most grotesque trials in human history. A dead pope, rotting, dressed in sacred robes, was put on trial, seated on a throne in court, and condemned. This isn't fiction, it's the real, shocking story of the Cadaver Synod. Church history is filled with power struggles, corruption, and drama, but nothing quite like the posthumous trial of Pope Formosus. After dying peacefully in office, Formosus was dug up, dressed in his papal garments, and dragged into a courtroom by his successor. What followed was one of the most disturbing and absurd events of the medieval era, exposing just how far the Church would go to defend power, and how faith and politics collided in brutal fashion. Today, we're diving into one of the darkest episodes of Vatican history and asking what it says about leadership, legacy, and vengeance from beyond the grave. To understand how this happened, we need to explore the toxic politics of 9th century Rome. The papacy wasn't just spiritual. It was a prize fought over by powerful families and backed by military factions and foreign kings. Pope Formosus had made a lot of enemies during his time. He had once aligned with the Holy Roman Emperor Arnulf in a bid to counterbalance powerful Roman nobles and the rival Spolitan family, who believed the papacy should be under their control. When Formosus died in 896, his successor, Pope Boniface VI, lasted just 15 days before he too died, under mysterious circumstances. Then came Pope Stephen VI, backed by Formosus's rivals. And Stephen had one goal: erase Formosus's legacy. But rather than issue a simple decree, Stephen chose something far more macabre. He would put the dead man on trial. The spectacle was called the Cadaver Synod. Under Stephen's orders, Formosus's corpse was exhumed nearly 9 months after burial. The body, likely half decomposed, was propped up on a throne in full papal regalia inside the Basilica of St. John Lateran, the official seat of the Pope. A deacon was appointed to speak for the corpse, while Pope Stephen VI himself acted as the chief accuser. The charges? Violating canon law by serving as a bishop in 2 places, illegally ascending to the papacy, and betraying the Church by inviting foreign rulers into Rome. Stephen raged at the body, accusing it of blasphemy and treason, while clergy and nobles watched in stunned silence. Incredibly, Formosus was found guilty. His papacy was declared invalid. His acts and ordinations were annulled. His body was stripped of robes. 3 fingers of benediction were cut off, and he was tossed into a mass grave. But even that wasn't enough. Formosus' body was later dug up again and thrown into the Tiber River. The Cadaver Synod was meant to destroy Formosus' legacy. Instead, it horrified the public and shocked even the most jaded members of the clergy. Riots broke out in Rome. The grotesque spectacle, born of political vengeance, was seen as a desecration of sacred traditions and a stain on the Church's moral authority. Within months, Pope Stephen VI was arrested and imprisoned by outraged nobles. Shortly afterward, he was strangled to death in his cell. The Church then moved quickly to reverse the trial's outcome. Formosus' papacy was reinstated. His body, recovered from the river, was reburied with full honors, and the Cadaver Synod was officially condemned as unlawful and blasphemous. But the damage was done. The bizarre trial became a symbol of how politics could corrupt even the holiest of institutions, and how power struggles could reach grotesque extremes. The posthumous trial of Pope Formosus remains one of the most absurd and disturbing moments in Church history. It shows us a world where revenge trumped respect and politics overpowered piety, even in death. It's a chilling reminder that the institutions we trust to uphold morality are still vulnerable to the ambitions of flawed men. And though centuries have passed, the Cadaver Synod still raises a question we continue to ask. What are people willing to do to rewrite history? If this story gave you chills, check out our next video and drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay curious, even about the darkest corners of history.